guys, happy new week. It has been a minute since we've done a garden tour, so I thought to myself, today's the day to do a garden tour really quick. We have a lot to look at, starting with this. This bean plant has just grown here without any water all by itself. I'm saving seeds from it. Here is the green stalk that we planted, and it is already starting to sprout little tiny baby sprouts all over it. So that is working out really nicely so far. I'm really happy. So like I said, I'll be pricking some of these out. We'll only want one or two, probably just one. So I'll be pricking them out and transplanting them later. So this is my favorite row in the garden, but all the sunflowers face away from my house. But look at that. They're just so beautiful. All right, let's come down this way. There's a dog. And let's talk about what's going on in the garden. So this is our squash patch. The problem is it's too big. I can't get to the middle squash, which had I remembered last year, I would have known, but here we are. I did not remember. And so it's just kind of taking over everything. But here's the squash patch. We're getting a ton of squash out of here, which is really nice. We have a volunteer tomato here. Nothing ripening yet, but I am convinced we'll get there. These are birdhouse gourds. I'm excited about those. We have some corn that looks like it's ready to harvest, but y'all, look at this, what I'm walking through. It's a mess back here. So lots of corn, lots of tomatillos, which self-spread this year. So I'm gonna see, I don't know, maybe this is ready? I don't know though, it doesn't seem like it really is. My hollyhocks, these black ones have done really well this year. And they're so pretty. These are winter squash down here. Some yellowing tells me it's not getting enough of some sort of nutrient that it wants. I have watermelon. I also have a bunch of star thistle, which really hurts when you step on it. I'm just looking at my watermelon to see if I have any that are ready to harvest. Watermelon is hard for me to know when it's time to harvest it. I don't know. This one could be ready. Let's try it. We have a moon and star watermelon here, which I'm very excited about. A few more watermelon over here. Ooh, this one is definitely ready. Go ahead and take a couple of these watermelon off the vine because they are looking ready. Lots of tomatillos. This is blue. So pretty. Squash that I planted up here are really tiny, but they are starting to come up, so we should get some squash from there. I'm gonna take this stuff inside and then we'll do the other side of the garden. All right. So we got those guys inside. Let's go take a look at the other half of the garden, see if maybe we can't find some tomatoes. As you can see, my garden is fully and 100% overran with weeds. I think I got a bad load of compost this year. And then on top of that, and not being able to stay on top of everything. So I wanted to show you this because I brought this up last time and then my camera didn't. So this is what happens when basil tries to bolt. So we just take this down there and then get rid of that bolted part. And get rid of the bolting parts. So this basil is all trying to bolt right now. We'll just pull that all out, all the little flowers out, make sure that it doesn't bolt. Because the thing about basil is once it bolts, its flavor changes, so you really don't want to deal with that. Now, I do need some basil. I'm making pasta for dinner tonight. If you saw my last video, you probably think all I do is make pasta. That is not true, but it is what's for dinner tonight, and I need some fresh basil. So bear with me while I grab some of that. All right, that's all the basil I need for tonight, but it's nice to have a little bit of basil. All right, let's take a look down here. We have a little baby pumpkin. I'm very excited about him. He's so cute. tomato. Our tomatoes keep getting eaten by deer. I just figured that out. Definitely problems with the nutrition level in the soil, given how badly this squash plant is doing. More tomato plants, but I don't see any ripe tomatoes, unfortunately. There he is. Go ahead and pull him. Yes! It's my first tomato from my garden this year. First tomato. So we have down here just some herbs going to seed. This is lemon bee balm. It's all going to seed. I could collect the seeds if I want. These are my favorite little tomatoes. My kids stole the first tomatoes out of my garden, the first cherry tomatoes. So I'm gonna eat these ones, unashamed. Thank you, Jesus, for vine ripe tomatoes. Oh my goodness. So good. If you all are thinking, ma'am, it is the middle of September, shouldn't you have had ripe tomatoes by now? The answer is yes, and I'm also sad about the fact that I have not yet had ripe tomatoes. Oh, that was so good. I'm so happy right now. All right, this fence is blocking me out. I see some more ripe tomatoes, so I'm gonna grab those really quick. Little handfuls of tomato blessings. See what else we can find. Ooh, we got some big tomatoes trying to grow over here. We got a tyke. Hi, tyke. Hi, big girl. Hi, big girl. Oh, she's such a good girl. And there's Remy. She's such a good girl. Oh, more tomatoes. Oh. Can you tell my dog is not happy with not being allowed in the garden with me right now? More little tomatoes coming in over here. That was fun. Look at these beauties. I don't even know what these are, but oh my goodness, they're so pretty. I love snapdragons. They're probably one of my favorite flowers. Let's go over here where I know I had cucumber plants and see if we got any. There's one little cucumber, but he's not quite ready yet. This is what happens to cucumber when you leave it on the vine. It just gets really big and hard. We'll give this one to the chickens. I don't see any other cucumbers. Oh, here's a little one. Oh, we'll let him ripen a little bit more though. I've never had a good cucumber harvest in this garden. I went down the other side of this row. Ooh, look at this little guy. Let's see what else we got. We have some more tomato plants back here, but they are just now starting to form up tomatoes. And then our potato beds are ready to harvest. I just haven't had a chance to come out and harvest them. See if we have any beans on these volunteer beans. Squash. Let's see. Ooh, these are little lemon squash. So this is what these look like. These are good this small. These are really good. And this was a great producer for me last year. All right, my camera battery is saying that I'm almost out of battery. All right, so my camera died while I was out in the garden, but we were basically done. So let's go over what we harvested today. I'll bring you over here. So we harvested 1, 2, 3 watermelons. We harvested a cucumber for the chickens, several tomatoes, a bunch of basil, 1 squash, and some purple potted beans. They're good. They're really good. I thought you might want to open the watermelon with me and let's see the situation. Now, this watermelon had completely shriveled away from the vine. It was very dead. I don't have high hopes for it. Ooh, look at that. That's really pretty. It smells like watermelon. It's a good sign, right? Okay, let's try it. Nice watermelon. It's not the best watermelon I've ever had. It's a little pithy. I grew this watermelon in my garden this year. In the garden that will not grow anything. That's what we're calling 2022, by the way, is the year that would not grow anything. I don't know what's been going on with my garden, but things are not working well in there. Everything's stunted and taking a really long time to grow. So if you've been having struggles with your garden, I totally get it. I'm probably gonna be looking at doing some serious bed amending this year, adding in a bunch of nutrients and really smothering out all the weeds to make sure that they don't take anything more from my garden in the future. All right, everyone. Well, I think that is it. How have you been? How's your gardens going? Have you discovered anything new? Have you tasted anything delicious? Tell me all about it in the comment section. Check out our Facebook and our Reddit thread. And until next time, let me know what you have found in your garden.